The UX5 series video camera system is composed of a monitor, video processor, camera head, light source, telescope, and trolley. 3D electronic endoscope and an external recorder are optional. Preparations. Pre-operative inspection. Camera head inspection. Hold the camera head with hand. Check the appearance of the camera head to make sure it is clean and tidy. Check if the focus ring of the camera head rotates smoothly. Check if the telescope coupler can spring back normally. Check if the lens of the camera head is clean. If there is any foreign material, use sterile gauze to wipe it. Check if the camera head connector and camera head cable are normal. If not, stop using it. Light guide inspection. Check whether the appearance of the light guide is intact and whether the light transmission performance is normal. If the appearance is damaged or the light transmission performance is degraded by 1/3, replace the light guide in time. Check the connector at both ends of the light guide. If it is lost, replace the light guide in time and contact service engineer. Telescope inspection. Open the sterilization tray and take out the telescope. Check whether the insertion tube is damaged or dented, and whether the eyepiece and objective lens are clean. If there is any foreign material, wipe it with sterile gauze. Device connection. Telescope connection. Rotate the telescope coupler clockwise and connect the eyepiece of the telescope. Light guide connection. Connect the output end of the light guide to the light guide connector of the telescope and rotate it clockwise to tighten it. Insert the light guide into the socket of the light source. If you hear a click, it indicates that the light guide is installed in place. Camera head connection. Insert the camera head connector into the camera head socket of the video processor. Turn on the device. Turn on the power switch of the monitor. Press the power button on the trolley to turn on the video processor and the light source. After turn on, the function of the camera head button is displayed on the lower left corner of the monitor. User configuration selection. Tap the lock icon on the touchscreen and slide right to unlock the screen. Click the user configuration key on the upper left corner of the screen. Find the corresponding username in the drop-down list and select it. If you do not select a username, the last user configuration will be used. To save the current parameters, click the user configuration icon and choose to save the current configuration or save it as a new configuration. Image brightness adjustment. Adjust the brightness of the white light image and the fluorescent light image to the required level. The recommended brightness is Level 4 for white light, Level 5 for fluorescence. Light source adjustment. Tap the mode area of the upper left corner of the touchscreen of the light source to select the mode. Recommend to use auto mode. If manual mode is required, the output brightness is recommended to be between level 4 and 7. Camera head introduction. Structure of the camera head. The UX5 camera head consists of a lens protective cover, a telescope coupler, a focus ring, camera head main body, 4 function buttons, a camera head cable, and a camera head connector. The default function of the 4 buttons: AF button, short press for autofocus; P button, short press for taking photo, long press for video recording; W button, long press for white balance, short press for external source; M button, Short press for switching display mode, which can turn on the fluorescence function. In addition to the default function, the PWM button can be customized to other functions. Camera head button function setup. Setting path. Main menu, camera head, PWM key. White balance. Aim the distal end of the telescope at a white gauze. Keep a distance about 3 to 5 centimeters. Ensure the whole screen is white. Press AF button for autofocusing. Then long press W button on camera head or white balance button on video processor to perform white balance. White balance in progress will be displayed on the lower left corner of the monitor. White balance succeeds if white balance completed is displayed. Key points for usage. Functions of Operation Panel. Functions of the video processor front panel. The front panel of the video processor consists of power switch, camera head socket, touch screen, and 2 USB ports. The touch screen mainly consists of the user configuration area, brightness setup area, recording status display area, information area, network status, setup button, white balance button, photo button, and recording button. Introduction to HB500R light source. The front panel of the HB500R light source consists of the power switch, light guide socket, and touchscreen. The operation panel of the light source mainly consists of the mode area, brightness indicator area, and information area. Menu setup and brightness adjustment. HB500R light source has 2 modes, manual and auto. Click the mode area and a drop-down menu will be displayed. Select the desired mode. The brightness of the manual mode can be adjusted by pressing the plus and minus buttons on the operation panel. In the auto mode, the system automatically adjusts the brightness according to the image brightness. It is recommended to use auto mode. Under auto mode, you only need to turn on and off the light. Press the Setup button on the lower left corner of the touchscreen to enter the Setup menu. Set the upper limit of the output brightness. 75% is recommended. The laser light source can be turned on and off manually. Note: during daily use, the laser is automatically turned on or off following the fluorescence mode, and no manual switch is required. Video recording and photo capture functions introduction. Recording method. Record and take photos according to the needs of the operator. Insert the USB disk or SSD, wait for the device to recognize, and the remaining capacity and recording time of the USB disk will be displayed after recognition. The video processor has 2 USB ports, and 2 USB disks or SSD can be inserted at same time. When the capacity of the USB disk is insufficient, the video processor will automatically switch to another USB disk to save the image. Long press P button of the camera head to start recording. During recording, the REC icon is displayed on the lower right corner of the monitor. To stop recording, long press P button again. The video is directly saved to the USB disk. Note: to stop recording, press the P button again. Otherwise, the last recording segment will not be saved. If you need to take a photo during the operation, short press P button to take a photo, and the photo will be directly saved to the USB disk. Photos can be taken simultaneously during recording, and the recording process will not be interrupted. The requirements and parameters for recording using USB disk or SSD are as follows. Recording parameter selection and storage device requirements. Before recording, user can select the corresponding image quality parameters and the size of each video. The video has 4 image quality and 2 sizes. After the photo is taken, the freeze time can also be selected as required. Note: the USB disk can only record HD standard quality images. To record higher quality images, use a SSD. Formatting USB or SSD. When the capacity of the storage device is insufficient, the video processor format function can be used to release the storage capacity. Path, Setup, Record, Format, USB up or down. Click the corresponding storage device to format and release storage capacity. Note: back up the data before formatting the USB device, otherwise the data will be lost. Surgical Field of View Setting. UX5 with Ergonomic Image Field of View Adjustment Function. Adaptive Zoom, Auto Full Screen and In-Circle Screen. The UX5 has Adaptive Zoom function. It can automatically enlarge the image to full screen when using a 5 to 10 mm diameter telescope. If using a telescope less than 5 mm diameter with a small format camera head, the round surgical image can be automatically enlarged to the in-circle image. The operation path is as follows: Main menu, Display, Adaptive Zoom. Manual Image Zoom. UX5 can also manually zoom in or zoom out the surgical image. The manufacturer recommends not zooming in the image and uses the 1.0x original image. If the application scene needs to be zoomed in, it is recommended to use 1.2x. A larger magnification factor will reduce the image definition. Operation path: Setup, Display, View Setup, Image Zoom. You can also customize the key function of the camera head. Note: 1.0x original zoom is recommended. Only select 1.2x for the camera head button. Counter functions. The counter function of UX5 can be enabled and displayed according to the needs of the operation. Operation path: Set, System, General Setup, Counter. Click to open. After the counter function is enabled, the counter function icon appears in the lower right corner of the monitor, and the counter starts timing. You can also customize the key function of the camera head. If operating through camera head, first press, the counter is enabled. Second press, the counter stops. Third press, the counter zeros. Camera head holding methods and precautions. Camera head holding method. Reserve enough length for camera head cable and light guide on the operating table to increase the flexibility of the camera head and prevent the cables from being damaged due to frequent bending. Hold the light guide and camera head with one hand. Make the light guide form a semicircle to avoid damage caused by excessive bending at the joint between the light guide and the telescope. If the light guide is naturally sagged, it will be damaged due to repeated excessive bending. 5 methods to solve foggy image. Hot water immersion. Immerse the distal end of the telescope into 60 degrees centigrade hot sterile water for more than 10 seconds to effectively relieve the fog caused by the temperature difference of the objective lens. Wipe with Idefir gauze. Use Idefir gauze to wipe the surface of the objective lens to effectively remove the grease and form a hydrophobic film to prevent the fog. Change the position of the insufflator tube. After the pneumoperitoneum is established, connect insufflation tube to other device channels for gas supply, which will reduce the temperature difference between the telescope and the abdominal cavity and relieve foggy image. Use an insufflator tube with heating tube. Use heating tube to heat the CO2 entering the abdominal cavity, which may reduce the temperature drop in the abdominal cavity, thus relieve foggy image and also protect the patient to some extent. Anti-fog optimization. During electric surgical operation, you can enable the anti-fog optimization function of the video processor. For details, see Image optimization. Image optimization. UX5 has powerful image optimization functions to meet the image optimization requirements of various surgical scenes. Operation path, main menu, image optimization. When the image optimization function is enabled, the corresponding function icon is displayed on the lower right corner of the monitor. Detail enhancement. This function can further improve the sharpness of the surgical image and make the tissue details clearer. There are two levels enhancement. Color enhancement. This function can increase the color saturation of the image and make the image look more colorful. Homogeneous brightness. The function can enhance the brightness of the dark part of the surgical image and make the entire surgical field bright and clear. Anti-fog optimization. This function can eliminate the influence to the definition of image due to smoke generated during the use of the energy equipment. High dynamic range enhancement. This function can improve the dynamic range of the image, relieve intraoperative image exposure and reflection. Setting and application of specialty functions. D-grid optimization. This function eliminates the adverse influence of the moire pattern on the image definition generated by the fiberscope and makes the surgical image continuous and complete. Anti-laser optimization. This function can reduce the interference of the laser on the surgical image and ensure the image definition. Tone enhancement. This function can increase vessel and mucus identification by image processing without stain material, which is convenient to distinguish abnormal vessel and can assist in clinical diagnosis. There are two tone enhancement modes. Mode R, stain the blood vessel in red. Mode G, stain the vessel in green. Usage of fluorescence function. The UX5 video camera system provides fluorescent imaging. It can collect fluorescent images in the patient's body to assist the surgeon in completing the operation. Operation path, setup, display. Display mode, manually switch the fluorescent image mode. You can also customize the key function of the camera head as follows. Setup, camera head, M key to set the function. Set short press to mode cycle, then select the image mode to be cycled. Then you can switch the image mode by M key. Image modes include single image mode and 4-split image mode. Single image mode includes white light, overlay, green fluorescence fusion image, monochromatic, black and white fluorescence image, intensity map, color fluorescence image. 4-split image mode means 4 images are on one screen, 1 primary screen and 3 small screens. For easy comparison, different combinations of the 4 split screens can be switched circularly. It can also switch the single image mode. Note: to perform fluorescence surgery, Mind-Ray G-series telescope and ICG are required. Device linkage function. Endoscope and ultrasonic equipment linkage. Endoscope and ultrasound linkage surgery is the interconnection of Mind-Ray M11 ultrasound system and UX series video camera systems to achieve picture-in-picture or dual-screen display of interoperative ultrasound images and endoscopic images. Note: the camera head needs to be inserted to implement this function. The video processor supports 4 image input: 1920 by 1080, 1280 by 720, 1024 by 768, and 1280 by 1024. Note: external sources need to be plugged into the HDMI in connector on the rear panel of the video processor. In picture-in-picture mode, ultrasound and endoscopic videos can be recorded at the same time. In dual-screen display mode, only endoscopic videos can be recorded. The camera button function can be customized to turn on external sources and switch between picture-in-picture and dual-screen display functions. CVP display. UX5 video camera system can display the CVP parameters of mind ray patient monitor in the same screen, allowing the operator to observe CVP parameter changes and assist the doctor in completing the operation better. Setting path. Setup, System, Device Connect, CVP parameter. To use this function, you need to set the parameters of the monitor and video processor in advance. For the setting method, see the UX5 installation video. External recorder, optional. The UX5 can be connected to an external recorder to meet the customer's higher recording requirements. After connecting the UX5 video processor to the RC100 recorder, you can use the camera head buttons to take photos and record videos. Refer to the operator's manual for how to use RC100. To use the external recorder, you must connect and set the parameters of the RC100 recorder and video processor in advance. For the setting method, see the UX5 installation video. Key points for using 3D electronic endoscope, optional. 3D electronic endoscope structure. The 3D electronic endoscope consists of an insertion tube, a camera head main body, buttons, a connecting cable, and a connector. The endoscope has 3 buttons, W, P, M buttons. You can customize the function of each button. It is recommended to use the default function. Setting path. Setup, camera head, PWM key. Customizable functions are as follows. Inspection for 3D electronic endoscope. Check if the insertion tube is damaged or dented, if the objective lens is clean, if there is any foreign materials. Wipe it with sterile gauze and check if the handle, buttons, and cables are normal. Device connection. The light guide can be directly connected to the optical fiber connector at the rear end of the handle. The connection method on the video processor side is the same as that of the 4K camera head. White balance. When the 3D electronic endoscope is connected and the camera head is in 2D 3D mode, refer to the UX5 regular white balance method to complete the white balance. Note: when it is in 3D mode, you must wear 3D glasses. After the image is in a clear state, follow the regular white balance method. Mindray has 3 types of 3D glasses for option. 3D glasses equipped with 3D monitor. 2 types glasses equipped with UX5 video camera system, earhook type and clip-on type. How to hold a 3D electronic endoscope. The 3D electronic endoscope has an integrated design. The light guide is parallel to the camera cable so it can be held with one hand. Note: reserve sufficient length of camera cable and light guide on the operating table. Attention to protect the rear cable of the camera and light guide. 2D 3D mode switching. You can choose the following 4 observation modes through the video processor settings: 2D, 2D image observation, 2D auto rotation. In 2D mode, the image can automatically rotate back to the 0-degree image if the surgeon rotates the endoscope. 3D, 3D image observation, 3D auto rotation. In 3D mode, the image can automatically rotate back to the 0-degree image if the surgeon rotates the endoscope. Video recording and picture capture. In the 3D mode, you need to set the parameters of video recording and picture capture. In addition to the regular parameter settings, you also need to make the picture color depth and 2D 3D selection. Note: when the 3D electronic endoscope records in 2D mode, the recording video resolution is FHD, and in 3D mode, the recording video resolution is 4K. Power off and handling. After using the devices, turn off the monitor, turn off the video processor and light source, and pull out the camera head and light guide. Placement and handling. After pre-treatment, when placing the camera head and light guide, you need to loop the camera head cable and light guide into a circle with a diameter of no less than 20 centimeters. The camera head should be covered with a lens protective cover. It is strictly prohibited to lift the cable to take the camera head. Routine maintenance. To ensure normal operation of the equipment, regular checks on the equipment are required every week. If you find that the equipment is damaged or malfunctioned, stop using it immediately and contact service personnel. Cleaning, disinfection, and sterilization. Camera head cleaning, disinfection, and sterilization. Cleaning. The surface and connecting cables of the camera head can be wiped with a soft, wet cloth, and the focus ring and coupler can be brushed with a soft brush. Note: the camera head can be immersed or flushed with running water, but cannot be washed with a high-pressure water gun. Note: do not use ultrasonic clean for camera head and telescope. Otherwise, serious damage may occur. Dry. After cleaning, use an air pistol to dry the camera head. Sterilization. The camera head can withstand ETO and LTP, low-temperature plasma, sterilization methods. It is recommended to use a disposable sterile cover to wrap the camera head instead of sterilization. This can effectively extend the service life of the camera head. Note: it is strictly prohibited to sterilize the UX5 camera with high temperature and high pressure. Otherwise, the camera will be seriously damaged. Mindray 3D electronic endoscope supports 3 sterilization methods, namely 1. ETO, 2. LTP, low temperature plasma, 3. Autoclave. Note: it is recommended to conduct low temperature plasma sterilization, which can effectively extend the service life. Note: do not frequently change sterilization method. Mixed sterilization in multiple ways may shorten the service life quickly.